Cut to the Chase podcast, guys. Welcome back for another episode. It is me, Mr. Abel, Chase Abel. Thanks again for tuning in. Subscribe, like, and share. Please, guys, we have some new subscribers to the podcast. Thank you guys for subscribing. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Pretty much we're on all podcast platforms everywhere. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button if you guys enjoy what we're talking about. It's a great day so far. It's a very cold day in Boston. Well, it actually wasn't cold. It was about 55 degrees, which is very, very unnormal for a December day. But I like it. You know, I'm not really a big fan of the cold, but when I have these days, these nice days to enjoy, man, I love it. So wherever you guys are in the country, hopefully you guys having some good weather and getting outside and enjoying it. Let me see. I'm going to get right into it because I want to get into like my pet peeve a little bit, guys. One of my pet peeves, and I have many, but this is like one of them that I really get pissed about, is people canceling plans last minute when they made plans with you. I fucking can't stand when people cancel plans after they initiated the plans itself. So basically them asking you, hey, what are you doing next Thursday? Oh, nothing. I got nothing going on next Thursday. Do you want to go and do something? Sure. And then they leave it up to you to make the plans to where to go. Well, first of all, like, I'll do that, but let's just kind of think about this for a second. Once I make the plans, I'm committed to it. One thing I just can't stand, like, there's so many people now these days that are just, they have this sense of like, I don't care to let someone know that I'm not going to show up to something that we planned and not apologizing for it. And I'm not going to even fucking wait because I need to bring Nicky in that. Because I need someone to kind of like think this through. Nicky, like, how much of this is a concern for you, or is it a concern for you? Because I really need help, because I get furious when people do this.
Someone pissed you off. Let's just start there. Someone canceled plans on you recently, and they're catching smoke on this episode.
You know what the thing is? I'm not upset at them. I'm more upset at me, because I've always expected them to do that, because they have a track record for this.
Oh, all right.
But my thing is, I'm not upset at them because I know how they are. They're not the best. They're not the best communicator. Mm-hmm. So I kind of know that already. However, it's still mind-boggling to me where people will ask you to do something, you commit to doing something with them, and then you send them maybe 2-3 texts to confirm, is everything good? They don't respond, and then you give them the last text to say, hey, I still have this open. Are we still good? And then the day of, they're like, no, negative. And then they don't apologize for saying that they not canceling, and then they go back and say, well, it wasn't confirmed anyways.
Oh,
that pisses me off.
Yeah, that's not
I was
good.
gonna get loud in your humble abyss.
Okay.
I didn't
it's
want.
right.
I'm getting
It's okay. Yeah, you talk soft when you're angry. You know, that really just drives the point home. I could tell you're mad though.
Do you know? I'm trying to identify what I'm mad about. Can you help me identify what is it I'm mad about?
Yeah, I think it's frustration. Well, it's frustration, right? Like, people that, there's nothing worse than a last minute canceler in my mind. There's nothing worse, because at least I'd rather be like me. I'm a canceler right when you invite me to the thing. When you invite me to the thing, I go, okay, let me check and see. What do I have on that day? No, can't do it. Got a thing.
Right.
You know,
yeah.
I try not to cancel last minute, because I know the feeling. Because you know what the feeling is you get excited about some shit. You're like, oh, we're going to go to the show.
Yeah.
And maybe you make accommodations. Maybe you buy tickets. Maybe you...
I did.
See, now money's involved.
I got tickets.
Time.
I made reservations.
Oh. Would you make reservations?
A restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Made reservations in a restaurant. Listen.
So that's where you make reservations. That's good.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's annoying. Is this someone of the opposite sex?
Yes.
That's twice as annoying.
I would never get mad at like a man doing this to me.
That's kind of funny.
I would never like get mad.
Like you're literally like, no, I hold women to a higher standard.
I will hold women to a higher standard because they, especially if you're telling me I should work on planning things better.
Uh-huh.
And I actually made the attempt to do that.
Yeah.
And then, again, it's not as, in regards to this specific individual, it's not a big deal because I've known this person for many years. So this is not something that I'm like holding on to my
Is
heart.
this someone that you're romantically involved with?
See, now you're getting into, an area that, this is the thing with not having a PR. We're going to just direct that a little bit to the right.
I feel like I'm your PR.
I think you're my PR.
Yeah. Oh, so we're avoiding this one. Okay.
No, it's not even that. Like, that's not even, no, we're friends.
No, bro, it's disrespect.
It just comes down to
It's
just
flat out
what
disrespect.
level of respect you have for
Correct.
me. Not even for me, for yourself also to allow and again, if they listen to this podcast, I still love you. It's all good. We're all, but it's not, I'm just saying like.
Someone needs to tell you though. That's the
someone
thing.
needs to let you know that, listen, if I didn't give a fuck, I would have been like, it's all good. And that's it.
Yeah.
But the thing is like, I do care and I care about the person. I care about people in general that when I have an opportunity to go see you or hang out with you, like, let's do that. I'm committed. Especially if that's a night that I'm taking away from my show. I have a paid fucking show.
Yeah.
Right. So that's taking money out of my pocket
Well, there's your
economically.
problem right there. Yeah.
B, right? My time, right? I'm a very busy person, right?
Sure.
And I'm sure everyone else is. But I could assure you that most of my friends are not as busy as me.
Fair.
I know them.
Fair.
I know their schedule.
The way you said, I know them. You wanted to say motherfuckers at the end. I could tell, or something else. But like you just know that they're not as busy. That's what's frustrating too.
They're not as busy as me.
When someone's not as busy as you, and you fucking ask them to do something, and they play it off like they have shit going on. I mean, good for them if they do. Maybe their life got a little busier, a little better.
Yeah.
But fuck.
And I'm very like easygoing.
Yeah.
Listen, bro, you know
are.
me. I'm like
More so than I am, that's for sure.
I'm very easygoing. I'm not one of these individuals that always will pounce on you if you're not committed to your work. Listen, I'm very easygoing.
Sure.
Last minute, you're like, hey, I can't do it. It's all good, man. But how I equate it in my head in terms of if I'm going to be upset, I'm always going to look at the history of how the history of our relationship. If there's a pattern of, if there's a history where you do this a lot, then I think it's deservingly so that I get upset, when it reaches a point where like enough's enough, right?
Yeah.
If it's something that happens like once in a while, like I get it. Things happen last minute, I don't flip off the handle just for no reason.
Sure.
Like I look at anytime I flip off the handle is because I'm looking at like the history. And also, like, I'm making that, like, emotional, feeling towards, like, what I feel about, wherever the fuck that I just said. You guys know what I said.
Cut this person out. I'm so done with these people. Like, look.
No, I can't cut her. I can't cut them out. She's hot.
Yeah.
But, like.
I think we realize who's in control of the situation. The dynamic has become much clearer to me.
No, they're good. They're great. And everything else is awesome with them. Yeah. It's just that area is the communication part is not their strong suit.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's only strong when they want it to be.
But like that's what's frustrating though. Like you can't be both things. If you're a fucking flake and a hippy dippy person, but you're kind and you're respectful and you apologize and you're aware, where you're like, look, I just can't give you what you need right now. I can't. If you ask me what's going, like I have a friend, he is a legitimate. He's a parent. He's a professional. He's got a lot of things going on. So I'll say, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing 3 months from now? He's like, dude, I can't fucking even tell you what I'm doing a week from now. I'm like, all right, that's fair.
Yeah.
Instead of making the plans and then backing out at the end. Fuck that. That gets me fucking upset. That's the thing is like, especially when there's tickets involved.
It just...
Or money, I should say.
Yeah, I think we just need to people just need to overall get better at respecting people's time.
Yeah, for sure.
And not being so passive with thinking that it doesn't set up good solid foundations for relationships because it doesn't build trust in a particular area. Mm-hmm. You know, and like I really feel like if you're a friend of somebody, you would want to treat them the way you would want to be treated.
Sure.
I live by very, very simple codes. And I don't compromise. I live by simple things, codes, and I don't compromise them for anybody. So,
but I feel like you're compromising for this person because they're attractive.
No, well, that was just a joke. I was just being, this is a comedy podcast too, so I got to try to make some fucking thing funny, right?
Well, well,
there's more things.
What were the tickets? What was the event that you were going to take them to?
Slut Cracker.
Okay, it's a comedy podcast.
Right.
If you answer my questions truthfully, the things will ensue. So you were going to take her to Slut Cracker. Mm-hmm. Do we want to mention? Do we want to even say what the restaurant was that you were going to eat at beforehand?
No.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Do we now blame this person for canceling last minute? Still, yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
But the thing is I kind of felt like they were.
Yeah.
But I wanted to get the answer. Yeah. Just give me the answer.
No, that's fucking annoying.
Give me the answer beforehand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know in their defense, they're going to say, well, nothing was really confirmed. But I was like, well, you asked me to hang out. What other and I said yes. So what other confirmation did you need?
Oh, bro, you might actually not. Yeah.
Am I missing something?
You got to confirm. You got to confirm plans.
No, but I asked them through the text a couple times.
Okay. If you want to hang out with someone, you give them a date and a time.
We did.
Oh, okay. That was confirmed.
The day was confirmed.
Okay, see? I knew it.
The day was confirmed.
I knew it.
The day was confirmed almost a week prior.
Okay.
Hey, what are you doing? The option was giving me a couple dates. Mm-hmm. Are you free this date, this date? I'm like, I could do this date. They're like, well, then they came back and then counter offered.
I must just spit my water into the microphone. All right.
They counter offered. So it was, they say, well, I can do this date. Yeah. I can do Thursday. I was like, cool, I'm open. Let's do it. Because I don't see this friend a lot of times. So,
where do they live?
Local.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Mass, local. Okay. So it's not far. But once I confirmed the date, then they were like, hey, there's a show called Slut Cracker. I was like, at first I'm like, no, that's not really up my alley, man.
No, you're not into that shit.
I'm not. But I'm always open to to see things. So then I thought about it after looking at other shows going around in town that day. There wasn't really anything that was like looked good to go to.
Sure.
So I said, fuck it. Let's do Slut Cracker and then get some drinks before and, just a normal day.
Another deal.
Yeah. And then I sent them a text, say, hey, this is a restaurant that I have in mind to go to. What do you think about it? That was like 2 days before the day. Nothing. Like it's nothing. And then this morning, I'm like, hey, by the way, I'm just leaving this open. Are we still good to meet or not? Text back, negative.
Yeah.
I said, oh, word?
The negative would have sent me right over the edge.
I was like, oh, word, negative? Yeah. Like the way it was sent back to me, like it was a pregnancy taste.
Negative.
Like a COVID fucking test.
Oh, fuck.
I was like, okay, cool.
Negative.
Again, and then this is the part where I have to learn how to deal with these type of situations better. Mm-hmm. Now, years ago, I would have flipped off the handle. I would have been like, you always do this shit, pop off. You always do this, blah, blah, you always do this, blah, blah. I sent the text back, and this is what I said. I said, yeah, we're getting into it.
We just touched toes, by the way, for those listening.
That's all right. That's all right. We're gonna get into your shit a little bit. Trust me.
Well, we need to resolve this.
So this thing right here, this is what I said. I say, this is what I said. I said, this is today's text. After not getting any confirmation from them, this all week, after I sent them multiple texts. Today, what time are we meeting? Are we still meeting? ? I have a podcast to do between 5 and 6 to do in town. I can meet after, right? Mm-hmm. Response back. By the way, I sent that at 11:06 a.m. Response back 2:00 p.m. Negative. Enjoy the pod. Oh, really? Okay.
When there's tickets involved, you can't just say negative. There's got to be an I'm sorry. There just fucking has to be. So
this is what I said. ? So you make plans and cancel the day of? Okay. Mad confused, yo.
It's almost like you're making fun of your own diction.
But all good. And then I was like, okay, that's not enough.
Yeah, no.
I need a little. I feel like I had to kind of defend my stance on this a little bit, or at least just kind of state what I feel about the situation.
Yeah, you gotta let
because I don't want it to be a thing. This is not like it's not a thing. We're not gonna not be friends because of this. We've been friends for a long time, and it's all good.
Sure.
But I do feel like I had to tell her how I felt.
I think so. Yeah.
This is what I said. I didn't take a show tonight because I made plans with you last week. And today, now you canceled. Not cool. Please respect my time as always I have done to you. That's all. Have a good day.
Response?
I didn't realize anything was actually confirmed. And then I said, yeah, because you don't respond and leave me hanging. So I left it open. And you asked to hang out. So what more confirmation you needed when I said yes? This is not our first rodeo. Enjoy your juice cleanse. Tell me about it one day.
Yeah. Yeah, things are...
No response after that.
Yeah, no. That might be it. That might be it with this person.
Nah. Well, if it's going to be on them. Because I'm not really tripping. I'm just telling you exactly like how this transpired.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all communication. You know what I mean? Like only one or two things are going to happen from this. One, they're going to realize what they did and they're not going to respond because of either they're guilty or embarrassed or whatever the case may be.
Sure.
Right? Or B, they're going to be like, fuck this guy. Who's this guy to tell me like, either they're going to be in their own thoughts and thinking they did it right. And then they're saying I'm wrong, which the evidence says that I'm not.
Yeah.
So
if you confirm the way that you said you confirmed, which I believe you did, is a date and a time. Yeah. This is when we're meeting. This is where we're going.
No.
Okay. This is the point that I'm trying to make.
No, let me start from. Okay, this is
because it does not sound like it was clear. The day does. I do think she blew off the day, but I think if she had known that you got tickets,
she didn't know.
You purchased them.
She didn't know.
Okay, that is where I think you need to say, hey, I purchased these tickets.
No, but there was other options on the table to do for that day, regardless of the show. So the day was already booked. The evening was booked to do something. So regardless whether you went to that fucking stupid show.
The slut cracker. You're going to fucking lose it over the slut cracker.
It's really the slut.
Fuck that show.
I think it's the show. That's what I'm mad at.
Yeah.
It's not her.
Sitting there like a dummy watching the slut cracker.
It's all good.
You go to the Bell in Hand on a Friday and watch the slut cracker.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Bell in Hand.
Right. And actually, that individual, it was their idea to go to that show. It wasn't mine. It was their idea to go to the show initially.
Yeah.
And I said, it's all good. I said, and then they said Thursday works better. I said, cool. I said, I'm down. And then I said, then she goes, think about it. I'm opening to do something else. Right? Mm-hmm. I said, cool. Then I responded back on Tuesday. I was like, slut cracker it is.
Bingo.
That's my confirmation.
Yeah.
Slut Cracker, it is.
No response.
No good shows going on Thursday. I checked everywhere. I'm down for a small bite and get drinks before the show. That's Tuesday. No response.
No response.
No response. That was at 12. That was at 12 noon. No response. Another text 9 o'clock at night. I gave another option. Well, if you don't want to go to that, there's a restaurant also. What do you think about that? Another text same day. No response.
Oh, see.
That day.
Fuck
I get
that.
a response.
Okay, now I get it.
Now you get it.
Now I get it. Fuck this person. I'm saying this. You're not. Fuck this person. This is upsetting because of on so many levels.
Yeah.
So you knew going into this. This is why probably you're not as upset, is because you knew going into it. You're like, okay,
Yeah.
you got a history. This is what it is. You already in the last 4 or 5 days started showing flaky behavior. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. But it's all good.
If this person was like on tour with Rihanna, I get it. But they're not. I bet they're not. Are they?
No.
Okay.
No. They love Rihanna though.
Yeah.
They love Rihanna.
I don't know why I just said, anyone.
Yeah.
But you're not that busy. Yeah, now I'm upset.
That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying.
I'll go to the Slut Cracker with you. Actually, no, fuck that. We're not going to the Slut Cracker.
No, we're not going. We're not going together. But this is what I'm telling people. If you, this is the thing. I know there's a lot of people out there that don't do this well, and it's called communication, right? Mm-hmm. And communication it appears now, especially today, it's a spectrum, right? Mm-hmm. There's people who have strong communication skills. There's people who don't. There's people who are in the middle. And there's people who only have strong communication a lot of times when it only sells their best interest.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Those type of
Correct.
people too. There's people that have great communication when there's something that they can get out of.
Correct.
You know, and there's also people who don't have good communication because they get nothing out of it. So they won't communicate with you because they know they're not going to get something out of it, but they will communicate with you if they can get something out of it.
Bro, this is
the whole fucking thing. I'm not saying this person is that. I'm talking in the whole thing.
This is like college and then like early post-college shit where you're fucking in your 20s and you're trying to figure out who the people that you want to hang out with, what's going to be the best experience. I don't want to miss out on something. Yeah. I also don't want to fuck with this person because they are this way, but
they got their own life.
But I kind of do, but it's also like, no. If you're in your 30s or 40s and you're still acting this way,
it's ridiculous.
Wake the fuck up.
It's ridiculous.
There's people that if they were to just text me right now,
and if you don't want to be friends, if you don't want me, if you don't like, I'm okay.
Yes. Yes. There are people right now that if they called me, I would just go, no. No, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
I'll pay for it. No. I just can't do this with you.
Yeah.
Hope you're well, but I'm not traveling to Arizona to stay at a La Quinta and go to a music festival.
It's not that hard. It's really not that difficult to be in the other person's shoes and say to yourself, how would this make me feel if I was in their shoes?
Well, yeah, yes. The simplest way to say it is it's the golden rule. It's the golden rule. How the fuck would she feel if she was under the impression that this was this way and then you did that to her?
Yeah. And again, this is not a situation where it's
I know.
You know, but
we're
again,
personifying this person.
I'm just personifying this person, yeah. But even with a certain relationship that you have with someone that's just friends, more than friends, casual, whatever, I feel like no matter what level the relationship is, the basis of any level of any type of relationship, you should always be honest in the communication.
Yes.
I don't give a fuck if I don't talk to you for 3 months, a year. I want the same respect of communication that I would want to have with you if I've known you for 10 years.
Correct.
Because again, it goes back to saying you don't need to like me, but you have to respect me.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, respect my time.
Correct.
Because I respect yours. You know what I'm saying? And I would never like, and again, it all depends on, like you said, it depends on certain things, other variables, you know. I wouldn't do this for someone I just met like 2 weeks ago, right? I wouldn't go off the handle like this.
No.
That's why it's just annoying to me where there's just some people that still possess these habits, and it's like, and then I question myself. It's like, well, is it me? Am I just not on your significant list? Am I just not like, you know what I mean? Like
sometimes that is it though. Sometimes
maybe I'm just not the person that's like making you decide to respond quicker. Maybe I'm not fucking, Joe Coy.
I think but here's the thing.
I don't know why I said that.
Wow,
Joe Coy.
that's funny.
Sorry.
I don't know though. I don't know why Joe Coy is funny.
Yeah, I love Joy Coy.
Joy Coy.
Is it Joy Coy?
I think it's
Joy Coy.
Joy Coy.
It doesn't matter. He's handsome.
He makes $20 million a year. He's fine.
He's fucking awesome. Sorry.
I think the issue.
She's gonna kill me.
You just need to fucking no. There are people that like, if you let them dick around with you, they'll dick around with you. There's just those people where it's like, I know Chase is gonna be like, see, when you and I text, I'm like in my head, I go, I know he's got 15 million things. He's juggling things in his head. He's got ideas. He's like managing. I need to be crystal fucking clear with this guy. There needs to be no misinterpretation out of respect for you and your time.
Thank you.
There's other people where I go,
but you recognize that's how I need to that's how I respond.
Correct.
It has to be clear and concise.
Correct.
And I respond to that. Anything that's like,
you around Thursday? Want to record Thursday? Yeah, okay. All right, I'll talk to you later. Nope, not going to happen. That thing is never going to happen on that day. Yeah. It needs to be Thursday at 5.
Yeah.
Or let's tentatively set 3 o'clock, and if something changes, I will let you know. But otherwise, this is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not that hard.
No.
Right?
No, but people should do it. People don't like over-communicating. People don't like getting locked in and then getting reminded that they're locked in on something.
I don't understand. Yeah, so okay, so that's like, ooh.
That happens to me. Like,
let me process that for a second.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, no, you just said something really.
People don't like getting reminded. People don't like getting locked in and then reminded that they're locked into something.
So you think there's a kind of a part of you think there's the psyche behind that is maybe just possibly a fear of commitment to things?
Yeah. I definitely think there's that. I think a lot of people are afraid to pull the trigger, with certain things. I really think that. I think people are very afraid to commit.
Yeah.
I feel that way about things. I feel that way sometimes about doing stand-up. Ugh. I know.
Well, I'm guilty as charged.
But I'm just saying, you're afraid to if you're afraid to do plans with someone, it's like, well, what if someone I like better, and people will never admit this because it's such a shitty way to think. What if like a better opportunity comes along and I'm already committed to this thing?
Well, that's okay. So let me unwrap that part for a second.
Yeah.
That's what I don't like.
Correct.
And let me kind of unwrap that. I guess maybe that's what bothers me more. Is that, and again, maybe that's just me and how maybe the way I think about myself sometimes in the eyes of other people. I'm just not good enough. Like I'm not a priority. I'm like a backup. I'm not taken serious because Chase is cool. Abel's cool, but he's such a easygoing guy. I can tell him no, and he won't get upset, And it's like, I'm at the point now where it's like, no, don't treat me as a second option.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well,
don't treat me as an option. The
way that you, but I'm saying the way that you, and I do think in this, speaking generally, not just in this situation, but the way that you do that is by holding people accountable. You have to if you want to be someone's first option, you have to have things going on. This is how I think about it. This might not be the right way to think about it, but for me, I know I got shit going on. I don't pretend like I do. I don't, right. in my head, I'm like,
right.
No, I'm putting things on a calendar to keep track of them, and that's it. That's the stuff. So if someone wants to hang out, we try and make things work, and we make it happen.
I would say that, for me, I'm the same way. Like, I always leave room for things to maneuver, and I'm flexible.
But what I'm saying more so is like to become that first option is like letting people know that. Like I noticed people that when I was in your kind of situation that had that happen to me a couple times, I'm like, oh man, what the fuck? I just want to get this person. Like I just want to hang out with this person.
Yeah.
They're so much fun.
Yeah.
I love being around them.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, I got this, I got that. And it's like, it's not a slight on you. It's the fact that they're in control of the situation and they're a taker. You're a giver, you're giving time, you're giving everything in this situation, and they're the taker, so they're in control. And they're probably in a situation where they're like, no, I got this going on and that. And I'll let him know. I'll let him know because he's easygoing. He's not going to hold me accountable. And it's like, okay, that you will always be in second place with that type of thing. So it's kind of like you give off the vibe of, and it's not like this prick, I'm a fucking busy comedian. It's like, that's what you are, though. And you have to be like that. You have to say, like, look, I want to hang out with you, but I got X, Y, and Z going on. So I need a firm thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And people will be like, oh, shit, this guy's like, he's got a fucking podcast going on. He's got this going on. Like, I need to be respectful of his time or else I'm not going to see him again.
Yeah. 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 That's greatly said, man. So so I guess, in conclusion with this, I guess we can say that, everyone tried to hopefully work on just better communication, with people, especially people you've known for like many years. They don't like kind of deserve that, yeah,
it's wild when you tell me these stories because I'm like, this still happens. Like I still have situations like this happen too. But like when you tell me, I'm just kind of like, oh, okay, this happens to other people. Yeah. Like this is like a very common thing that happens. But
it's actually happens. With some friends of mine, they're not like that.
Yeah.
And I have friends that are like this. So it's, and I don't want to, I never want to make people feel. I never want to like belittle somebody, or I never want to make people feel like they're the worst person in the world. But at the same time, if you want to feel good about yourself, right? And if you want to, you have to also look at the people you consider yourself friends with, and you want them to share that same energy too. Give them the same energy that you want for yourself as they want for you.
Sure.
And that's what it comes down to. Period. Point blank. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
People really think I told you, and I tell people everywhere, I live by respect and integrity first.
Sure. You just got to be clear, man. That's it. Just be clear on what you want. Put it out there. If you're going to fucking hang out with someone, give them a goddamn day and time. And if you're going to go to the Slut Cracker,
fucking commit.
Do you pick up tickets at the box office or do you print them out?
I didn't really get them. I was just going to get them at Will Call.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lied.
Will Call could be fun.
Yeah.
Especially at that event.
Yeah. And who knows? Maybe last minute they were like, I don't want to go. Maybe they got sick. That's all good. Just let me know.
Sure. Now, is this person, you said they were doing a juice cleanse?
They were doing it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Doing a juice cleanse.
I feel like that's a very
maybe
woke thing for them to do.
Well, I think it was
healthy.
It was like last minute thing they decided to do.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. Do your thing. Maybe another thing too. I also thought about it. Maybe she didn't have enough energy.
Yeah.
To go because she's doing the juice cleanse.
Yeah.
So I had to be like sympathetic and towards that.
Oh, okay.
Maybe she didn't get enough calories.
Tell me about the juice cleanse someday. I like that. Next topic.
There's another thing I've been noticing, Nick, lately. I don't know if other people have been noticing this, but this is something just like a lot of like white women in yoga pants with fat asses.
Sure. I'm very familiar with that.
And
some say that's a preference.
No, it's and when I say fat, I mean PHAT.
Sure.
Not FAT.
No.
PHAT.
Sure.
And it's starting to get a little out of hand because it's something that's still, okay, let me explain this.
Yeah, where are you noticing this?
For a black man
which you are.
which I am, very much so.
Sure.
Probably, yeah, I mean,
I would say more so than me.
you could feel it.
Considerably. Some would say considerably. For a black man.
For a black man to see a white woman with, let's say, a certain amount of thickums. I call it, a low density fatty.
Sure. Never heard you articulate something so scientifically before.
Well, I'm starting to get into, I'm learning. I'm reading. So white women with low density fatties, big booties, thickums. It's not common. Like when I grew up, it wasn't common. Yeah. It wasn't like a lot of it was like, oh shit, that girl's got she's got a body on her,
I wonder what happened.
Yeah. I want to tap into this.
Wonder what changed.
Maybe I don't know, but I was before coming here, I noticed like 5.
Might be the area. This is a very yoga heavy area.
So okay, all right. Then I was thinking like, okay, how are they walking? Are they walking on their toes?
Oh, well.
Are they walking flat-footed? Are they building up muscles? Are they doing this on purpose, or is this something that's natural? I don't know. Is this something to think about on a, Thursday evening? Probably not. There's other more important things I should be thinking about. But I've been looking at them. A lot of white women now have badonkadunks. I don't know.
Well, we're in Boston. I think geographics play a big part. I think the demographics, a lot of Irish, a lot of Portuguese, a lot of Irish and Portuguese, a lot of Irish and Italian.
Well, Portuguese women have always kind of considerably had some.
When you take that white sour cream and you throw in a little cacao, a little, actually no, you get the Greek yogurt,
right?
Yeah, sour cream and cacao would just be weird. And you throw a little pepper, a little cacao in there. It gives it a little flavor.
Okay.
And I think that's kind of what we see up here in the Northeast corridor of Boston.
Okay.
I think that's what it is. I think it's more the Irish Italian piece, but then you have like a pretty strong. Boston has a strong what? Portuguese, Haitian. I don't know Brazil. The demographics
big
of
Brazilian.
Okay, yeah.
Brazilian.
Okay,
yeah.
And Middle Eastern, obviously, that'll do it.
Who the fuck?
Ooh, wrong one.
He needs some milk.
Okay.
And I think that's what it is. I think a lot of them are drinking more milk.
Yeah.
I think I just was. I'm just like, oh, these. I'm like, wow, this is cool.
Sure.
I mean, this was just an observation piece of the Cut to Chase podcast.
All right,
nothing
cool.
really we had to indulge in too much.
And there's our white. We did a little white segment.
What I do want to talk about though is when I did come to the studio today, Beacon Street Studios. Shout out to Beacon Street Studios.
Oh boy.
I did notice that you came from work.
You and I were arriving to the studio at the same time.
Yeah, we arrived at the same time, and which we normally don't do. We actually never did that before.
No.
So I caught you before your studio vibe, and I noticed a couple things. First thing I noticed was that you had a tote bag.
Sure.
Coming from work.
Mm-hmm.
Now I would have probably thought that you would have like a briefcase.
Sure.
Or one of those leather bags.
Yeah. Like a leather, what do they call it? Like a
travel
portfolio
portfolio
or something?
bag. Yep, something like that.
Yeah.
Or even at the very least of it, a backpack.
Mm-hmm.
You had a tote bag.
Yeah.
What's up with you in a tote bag, bro?
I feel like billionaires carry tote bags. I feel like that's a billionaire move when you see or at least like a very wealthy old guy will have his Fagawi weekend in Nantucket tote bag from 2003, and he'll have his laptop, a banana, a notebook, and a water bottle. That's like the baseline.
You hit it right on the head.
It is
because
it provides enough support.
Well,
to carry the items.
Sure.
You're not traveling. This is not someone that's going to be on public transportation. So you don't need the security of a top zipper or different pockets. Everything, you can just throw everything all in.
I'm not into them. And I think this is the thing, because I feel like, well, first of all, the tote bag, it was a good looking tote bag, by the way.
Thank you.
You know, I thought, and you're absolutely right, I do notice a lot of rich, wealthy people, especially men, they carry tote bags. Mm-hmm. You know, I think I saw one dude, he was carrying like a tote bag. It was like the Newport Jazz Festival 2001.
Oh, that's a great tote. That's a great tote.
So I get the vibes.
Yeah.
I get the vibes for sure. But something about me with the tote bag and it put it over my shoulder.
The over the shoulder look can be tough.
It's hard for me because I'm wearing De La Soul Dunks today.
Yeah, I saw those.
And for me to rock De La Soul Dunks with a tote bag over my arm just doesn't look.
You would need like a Live Aid tote bag to go with the outfit. Or you would need like a
Revolt Conference tote bag.
You would need like what's Jay-Z's company called?
Tidal.
You would need a Rock Nation brunch tote bag, like the one that they give out at the Rock Nation brunch.
Yeah, for free.
For free,
right?
But I mean, it's
on the third floor of the hotel ballroom.
Yeah,
like it's laid out.
Yeah,
and it comes with a pen.
You skip right over the pen to the tote bag.
I always go straight to the pen.
Yeah,
anything that's free in hotels for conferences, I go to the most expensivest thing that they're giving for free.
Yeah, that's it.
Even if I don't like it,
yeah,
I'll just take it. Mm-hmm. I just noticed that about you. The second thing I also noticed about you, when we came into your lobby, you picked up a package, and you fucking, dude, you got an Amazon package. You purchased olive oil, balsamic
vinegar, and olive oil, 2 separate, in the same box, but they're 2 separate bottles.
You ever fucking look at me like that again and correct me like that?
With the hand notion, with the hand thing too. Sorry. Yeah.
And
yeah.
Okay. Just I want to unwrap this for a second. So you ordered olive oil and balsamic separately. You ordered balsamic, or you ordered olive oil, balsamic. Why couldn't you just go to the store?
Well, I don't have time right now. And I feel like...
I sound like the fucking girl that responded to me.
Yeah, I don't have time to go to the store right now. It's the middle of the week. I'm out. And I just knew that if I ordered it like 2 days ago. So I'm like, I know by the time it gets in, I'm going to be coming home. I'm not going to want to go to the store, and it'll be there. So it's really flawless execution on my part.
Well, I would fundamentally disagree with you because... And the reason why is like because I went to ask the UPS delivery guy what he thought about that.
You did.
And he was there delivering mail as you're picking up your fucking Amazon olive oil, whatever it was. And I asked him, I was like, dude, I was like, yo, you see this shit? Like this guy ordered olive oil and whatever in Amazon. Like he's ordered like these kids these days. I'm trying to have, and he was older, by the way.
Yeah, he was significantly.
So I was trying to like vibe with him on his level, thinking like he's going to agree with me. He fucking looked at me and was like, yeah, people ship everything now. And walked away.
Yeah. That's a man that has seen some shit.
That's a man.
At the end of his shift.
I think that's a man who gave up. Yeah. That answer is
so true.
That's an answer of a man who just gave up.
Yeah, they ship everything now. If I can kill myself. Okay, Frank. Maybe,
he's closer to his pension.
It's his job, but that's the thing too. It's like it also helps with your job too. Getting things shipped. That mindset helps. Like I'll just ship it, and maybe USPS will have it, or FedEx, or whatever.
I think that guy. He's at the tail end of his pension.
He's so checked out.
He's on this route because of his tenure. Like you know what I mean? Like they gave because the older tenure guys get the best routes.
Correct.
The younger guys get the worst routes. So he's delivering at a very nice area. And the last thing that I'm probably the first person that's talked to him. I'm probably the only person that's talked to him in this whole street because he's like, I don't get no problems, especially a brother that's asking me about fucking balsamic vinaigrette.
Yeah.
He knew. I'm not gonna say he was, but in his eyes, he knew that I didn't live here. The way he responded.
Yeah. Well, I think because you were saying that I was holding a package, you know. I think because I came in, I led clearly, and I was holding the package, and it was clear that I lived in the building. I
was just trying to make friends with him, and he didn't want to like talk to me.
I don't know what your obsession is. I don't know what your obsession is with this balsamic vinegar. It's cheaper actually than what you would get in the store. It's delivered straight to your door, and you can just you just get it, and it's here. I'm a big believer like supporting small businesses, right? Well, I'm going to look this up right now. A small business made this olive oil.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, let's take a look.
Okay.
It's not like I'm ordering from, I don't even know what the olive oil companies are. Which is actually embarrassing for me.
It's embarrassing.
For me, that's embarrassing.
Yeah, I'm holding you accountable. You're telling me to hold people accountable.
Pompeian USDA organic cold pressed extra virgin olive oil, smooth.
Well,
$14, $15 with shipping. Gluten-free, USDA organic, Pompeian. Quality since 1906.
Oh.
That's a brand. Let's go check out the brand. Let's see what they're... Yeah, look at these people.
I can't see it because you don't have it on the thing.
Hold on. Look at these people.
Let me see. Oh my goodness. Look at the white teeth on these whites. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, that white man with the Kangol hat.
Yeah, look at they're all Italian.
Oh, grazie.
Like northern Italian.
Oh. Well, according to you, it's more north than Sicily.
And look at all the types of olive oils.
Oh, so you ordered it from there?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is not.
So they're not mad at you.
No.
I don't want.
This is not some yuppie fucking thing. I mean,
you know what? Okay. That olive oil. Can you click on it? The one that you bought, whatever one of those ones.
Okay.
Is that the one you bought?
I think it was. I got smooth. Hold on, I'll look back. I should have got robust. That's kind of I might actually purchase one right now on air. Oh, I also ordered a fart machine. We're gonna go through my purchases here. Let's see.
Oh God, let me look at this.
Smooth extra virgin olive oil.
Okay, let me ask you. Okay, that right there, that's an olive oil product that's chosen by someone who knows about olive oil.
I think so.
I don't see a lot of households that have that specific olive oil.
Yeah. You got to go you got to go organic, you got to go cold pressed, and you really have to find an olive oil. Here, we'll look at the back here.
First of all, I don't even like the verbiage that they use to describe organic olive oil. That sounds like I'm going to order a fucking caramel latte at Flower.
What's wrong with that? The fuck is wrong with that, Chase? No, you got to make sure that it's from one country. If you look on the back of your olive oil, it'll say Portugal and Spain. That means half of it's from Portugal and half of it's from Spain.
What, did they fill half the bottle instead of the Portugal fill half?
It's like some bottling process. I don't like it. I don't.
Like, Jesus, what is this? But it's pronounced Pompeian?
Pompeian.
Excuse me.
Yep, you're excused. Let's see.
Okay. And you make all your foods with this olive oil. This olive oil right here, right?
For the most part, yeah. This is actually the first time I purchased it offline like this. I usually just go to Trader Joe's, but it really hasn't been that great. I haven't really gotten like a pop on my olive oil. I like a little.
Is there a difference?
Flavor.
Yeah. Can you taste the difference?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And this is not me being fucking
no,
pretentious.
Look at first of all, wait.
Another just hand gesture.
Calm down.
You saw the red.
I saw the red. I saw your little circle fucking hand thing that you did.
Yes, you did.
And I saw you raise your eyebrows.
Mm-hmm.
And I could see we were going down a rabbit hole for a second. And
Correct.
I apologize.
You can taste the difference between shitty olive oil that you buy at the fucking dollar store and good olive oil. Now, that is a luxury. You can still use the regular basic fucking olive oil that you just get. There is a brand, it's like Di Filippo or whatever, and that's fine. And that stuff is fine. You can just go use it. But the moment that you invest $10 extra in a bottle of olive, spend $20 on olive oil, it's like another fucking world. It's another world that you're entering in.
Okay. All right. Noted.
Yeah.
Noted.
This is not for some. This is a luxury. This is not like a thing that you should be doing.
You don't play around.
Do this every day.
No.
I'll go and if I see one and I know I'm cooking pasta or whatever, I'll get like a little one that's nice for like $20, $25. Go to Italy and get it.
Okay.
And it's just next level. It just kicks up the dish a little.
Gotcha. Well, I'm taking notes. I'm taking all notes. What I would like for us to do one day is fucking go to we should go to we gotta go to like a soul food place.
Yeah, please.
I want to take you to we'll go to Daryl's Kitchen, Soul Kitchen.
Where's that?
Right by right off here on Mass Ave.
Okay.
Daryl's Soul Kitchen, soul food.
Yeah.
Some of that. Slade's.
Okay. Yeah.
Some fried chicken. Some of the fried chicken.
Go to Slade's, have some chicken, get heckled.
It's a combo. It's a combination.
Yeah.
It's a combination plate. You have to get heckled.
Yep.
And get fried chicken.
Slade's is the only soul food restaurant that makes you do 5 minutes up front before you can order.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those clubs. Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Jonathan Gates, by the way. He was who's pretty much the Jonathan Gates comedian, producer, host. He's probably one of the most successfulest running producers of urban comedy in the country. You know what I mean? So he was sick in the hospital for a long time. Well, for a little while. I was seeing some posts. But shout out to Jonathan Gates. If you guys are in Boston, go to Slade's, the Black Comedy Explosion on Wednesdays. Yeah.
Wow.
It's one of those.
What a name.
For sure. And it's
The
definitely
Black Comedy Explosion. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. You can go there and see all types of explosions.
Easy. Not on this program.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What else? I mean, you saw me in my 9 to 5.
I did.
You saw me in my 9 to 5. Depressing, uplifting. How did you feel? What were the feelings that were coming to you as you saw me step out of the Uber?
Yeah, I did see your 9 to 5 apparel, your clothes, your whole vibe, how you come in after a 9 to 5 job. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's upsetting.
I don't know, your life is annoying to me. Like it's not annoying, like it doesn't bother me. What I'm saying is you have, like, you came into a nice, like, you got out of an Uber.
Yep.
And you came into like a nice entrance. You hit the buzz thing, like you have an electronic buzz thing at your door. It like buzzes you in. It goes buzz. Mm-hmm. It's not even a loud buzz. It's a very nice.
Clicks. You're in.
Yeah, which is great for me because if I lived in a place like this, no one would ever know I'd be bringing all types of shenanigans in this place.
Correct.
They wouldn't even know.
No.
So discreet is I like that.
Elevator to
the top.
Yep.
A code entrance door.
Sure.
You walk in, clean. You take your shoes off. Bathroom right after you take your shoes off, so it's right there. So there's a. It's very linear. Mm-hmm. The process is very compartmentalized. Shoes off. Bathroom, sink, wash your hands. Kitchen, get a tangerine.
Very Japanese-like.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
You can get a tangerine on the way to the couch.
Yep.
earth tone living room,
Very,
couches and walls.
comfortable.
So what I say is like I'm annoyed by your life is I'm annoyed that you want to fucking like it's just people. This is what's interesting about it. People who have really like you have like things that like I'm like, oh, I want to get this, but then I'm like, I don't want this.
No.
Because once I start getting this, it doesn't make me gritty.
Correct.
Is that fair to say?
That's very fair. I struggle with. There'll be nights.
Like I purposely make myself poor. Does that make sense?
Sure. Yeah.
Like not well. Let me take that step back. Well, I mean, because those fucking slut cracker tickets weren't fucking cheap.
You've been
Daddy's been putting some overtime.
You've been leveling up recently. We're not going to get into those details, but you've been
I'm
leveling
afraid.
up.
Let me get this.
Sure.
I'm afraid if I get certain things that I will. I'll get comfortable.
Totally, and I have, and over the last 3 years, I stopped doing stand up. I got very comfortable, but I also got my life together.
Good.
I also mentally
Good.
I think that's the thing is, and then when you do that, you can still like the things. I love nice olive oil, great, fantastic.
You deserve it.
But no one deserves anything. But I think that you realize after a while, you're like, oh, none of this actually means anything, because the thing that I like the most, making a room full of people laugh, has nothing to do with any of these things, and there's no correlation between the two.
Yeah.
So you have to be able to balance and not get so. That's what happens when people get to their 30s and 40s, and then they get into the suburban life, even the city, like the metropolitan, like cushy areas. They get their furniture starts to get a little more comfortable. The clothes get a little bit more comfortable, and before long, they're fucking half asleep.
Yeah.
And they're just so fucking caught up in modern comforts.
Yeah, man.
And they forget who they are, and they don't live.
I work in an industry that,
Well, you see it firsthand.
I see it firsthand.
Yeah.
And unfortunately I kind of see it firsthand at a very like the highest level you can imagine.
Oh, sure.
So imagine being someone who works in that environment, for 8, 9, sometimes 10 hours a day out of 24 hours. And then you have to instantly snap out of it as soon as you punch out and get out into the real world. Because it's easy to say like, oh yeah, like I want this shit. Because who wouldn't want like money's economic, as far as when it comes to economics, there's no issue, right? But it's like, do I really need to have my perishable items placed in the fridge?
No. See, here's I get what you're saying. How I interpret all of that is I want this security.
Yes.
I want this freedom to
Yes.
choose
God.
to say,
Yes.
no, Chase, I don't want the fucking. I've had it many, many times in many years of my life, the dollar olive oil, but now I don't have to have it. So now I get the olive oil that I fucking want that doesn't have lipids in it.
Right.
And it's that is a driving factor where when you start to realize that, like, I'll throw these shoes out, I'll throw this out, this fucking what, like none of this means anything in the grand scheme of what I want to accomplish. But the one thing that is really a differentiator and allows you to think and feel better is the freedom to do certain things, the security to do certain things, and then just like the time that you get. But I think it's really tough to balance all of those things because in order to get these things, you give up a lot of time.
Yeah, you give up a lot of time.
A lot of time.
You give up, well, what I've noticed for me, and that not only do you give up a lot of time, but I also feel like you kind of give up a lot of yourself.
Sure.
When in conjunction with the time, either you're overly, casting your hand, for people, or you're putting yourself in compromising situations where you have to look away, when you make certain decisions, or when someone makes a bad decision, you have to look away. And it just, I'll be honest with you, man, like I've kind of, it makes me just uncomfortable, like being around people who don't have appreciation for things. Mm-hmm. Like I get angry. Mm-hmm. And instead of just realizing like, well, some people are just not going to share the same values and morals that I do, and just taking it for what it is and just moving on. Like I have to like, for some reason, if they do something like to me, or if I'm seeing it, I'm just like, oh, you're just ugh.
Yeah, when people don't appreciate,
I just don't like people who don't appreciate shit. Like, you know,
I hate that. Yeah, dude. I've known some people where it's like
they could just live and just
I'm like,
treat
I'm
people like
oh my god. I'm like, your kid goes to school across the street from where you live. It's a fucking gorgeous building. You can go and walk to work. Everything in your life is right here. And if you just decided you wanted to go on a trip, you could just go do it. Why are you so miserable? And why do you just like treat these things like they're regular?
Yeah.
And I think it's a mindset. I do think people get used to certain things.
Sure.
Like I get used to a clean bathroom very quick.
Well,
I have appreciation for it, but I get used to it very quickly.
Well, can I tell you a story about a clean bathroom?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm going to tell you right now. Listen, if anyone talks to me, right? Meaning like if you're going to invite me over to your house, okay, for anything, for friends, as whatever, let me tell you something right now, ladies and gentlemen. If your bathroom ain't clean, I'm never coming back.
No, done deal.
If you have soap scum in your tub and you tell me to take a shower in it,
no,
fuck you.
It's not going to work.
If you don't have freaking liquid soap to wash my hands,
hand soap, yeah.
Hand soap.
Yeah, you got to have liquid hand soap.
And you give me the freaking bar soap.
$3 at Target. Go get the Level hand soap.
And I want the good soap.
Well, yeah. You are a little bit more of a snob when it comes to hand soap.
Well, if it's the I will not take anything less as a foreign brand. I will not take anything less than Myers.
Saying that you won't take anything less than Myers is setting the bar so completely high.
You know why? Because if you give me less than Myers, then that really tells me how much you really think about my fucking how you think about me.
Cleanliness and yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look, I think it's important.
And I appreciate you've always like hit the ball out of the park every time with your soap.
I think there's a level of hospitality that I'm finally realizing is important when you have people in your home.
You know who I feel like you know the type of person I feel like you would be?
Hit me.
If you said, "Hey Chase, spend the night," pause.
Yeah.
If you said, "Hey Chase, spend the night," you could sleep on the couch, or we have a second bedroom, whatever. Here, you want to take a shower, Chase? You would offer, hey, you want to take a shower? Sure, I'll take a shower. You would be the type of individual that would give me a towel and a washcloth.
Washcloth, yeah. Yeah. Towel, washcloth, fresh bar of soap.
And a blanket.
Oh, the bed would be made.
Tucked.
Yeah, the bed would be made.
Tucked.
There's a duvet. There's an undersheet. Even if it's an air mattress... I have my friend come over from New York.
You do look like the type of dude that it would already be made.
Yes, when you come back. Yeah, oh yeah. We go out. My lovely wife comes with us. We grab a couple drinks at the corner tavern, and she leaves early. She slinks out because she's always got something to do.
She's responsible.
You come back. You and I come back an hour, 2 hours later. Bed's already made. Bed's already made. Okay, your towel's right there.
With the washcloth.
I know you got to leave early in the morning. I won't see you. Give you a hug.
Fresh.
Enjoy. You have a great. Sleep tight. If you need anything, text me or I'll be in my bedroom, and the refrigerator's there, and just I give you a highlight of this beeps, the pipes do this. You already know the full rundown.
Fresh toothbrush. With not even like, you wouldn't even give me Colgate toothpaste. You know what type of toothpaste you gave me? Because you'd be concerned for my like overall teeth. You'd give me like
Sensodyne.
Yes. Or Under Armour.
Yeah.
Advanced White.
ridiculous segment.
I love it.
You gotta take care of yourself, and you gotta understand it. It's important. Like you're a comedian, right?
This goes back to what I was saying. Like I feel like it goes back to all this thing that we're talking about. This particular segment leads me to this, which is it goes back to people getting back to dressing well again.
Correct.
Taking care of yourself.
Yep.
And knowing your strengths to do those things.
Yep. Yeah.
I feel like we've lost that with people. I feel like, especially when it comes to like dressing, there's been like this like leisure apparel clothes thing that's been happening for like many years. Like sweatpants, cool sweatpants are a thing now. Cool sweatshirts are cool. Comfortability is the wave. It's the vibe. I want to go back to like the old school shit, dog. I want to go back for a little bit, bringing back, slacks, bringing back a nice tote bag.
A fitted chino.
A fitted chino.
A fitted chino sounds like pasta.
Straight leg.
A straight leg chino.
Yeah. Not tapered.
Nope. And then here's the thing. You take the dress shoe off to walk home. You don't walk home in the dress shoe.
Wow.
You throw a sneaker on.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you have the dress shoes in the tote bag.
And you have the dress shoes in the tote bag. So it's fresh. No creases. No fucking,
shoehorns in the shoes.
Well, yeah. Or at the office. If you're going into an office every day, you make yourself a little. I have a little toothbrush, mints, hand sanitizer, all at the lint brush, all at the office.
Wow.
So when I walk into the office, I need something that's already there.
You're not linty.
No.
Pressed.
No. Never linty. And these are just little things, These are little things to spruce up your life, because I don't give a fuck how poor you are. If you don't have money, it doesn't fucking matter.
Pride.
As long as you have pride in what you're doing, you're going to be able to get to the next step.
Yeah, man.
If you're a struggling comedian or someone that just started work, like you just graduated college, invest in like the little things that will be able to like motivate you to get to the next step.
You know what the best practice is to do that? Young men, listen to me. Most young men don't have money. Okay? So throw on a blazer.
Oh, you love the blazer.
Anytime.
You love the
blazer. I
blazer.
love a blazer, because you could be poor, but when you throw on a blazer, no one knows.
No. It's so true.
Nobody knows. It's
so true.
Throw on a blazer. That will change the perception of people. Doesn't matter. Throw on a blazer.
The blazers, the blazer. Oh, the blazer with the crisp pair of jeans and a button down. That's living.
You could throw, and if you want to dumb it down, you can throw on some nice designer sneakers.
That's living.
This is the ultimate. I'm a boss look, but I want to act like I'm casual. Mm-hmm. Crisp jeans.
Yep.
Fitted.
Not in jeans that you do not wear out.
No. Like really nice pair of jeans.
Sure.
Blazer. Collar shirt tucked in.
Yeah.
Dumb it down. Christian Louis Vuitton designer sneakers.
Okay, that's
okay. Sorry.
Now you're taking it. Now that's a suit. See what you're.
Sorry.
You're promoting a $1,200 sneaker. You could get 4 suits out of that.
New Balance sneakers.
Bam. Now we're talking.
Casio watch.
Gold
Casio.
Yeah.
And you're good.
If you're in business, though, here's the thing. If you're in business, what you want to do.
Here we go.
Because it's just a game.
Here we go.
If you're in business, it's a game. The moment you get into the office, who is the top earner? Who is the top person? What's the spot that you want to take? I think this is the problem with people just in general. They're like, I don't give a fuck about it at all. It's like, okay, well then you're a fucking asshole.
It's gone. Yeah.
You're an asshole.
Yeah.
Find the person who is the best and do whatever they're doing. Literally. Mm-hmm. Find the person who's the best. What are they wearing? You're not going to match it because you don't make as much money, but you'll find that it's very approachable.
Find that office. Find the guy who has that office.
Yeah.
It's either going to be a guy named Goldstein, Schneider.
Yep.
Ruben.
DePaulo. DeLuca.
Yep.
Most likely it is going to be an Irish or an Italian man, and not a very open-minded one, albeit. But if you're in Boston. But you have to appeal to that sensibility. You know? You got to dress the way that you want to.
Yeah. I want to bring back. I have some friends who created a website, a line where it's more of like a social media. It's mrdapper.com. Okay. Mr. Dapper. I want to go back to that. You know, being dapper, right? Have pride in you. Have pride in the way you look. Have pride in, you know, preparing your clothes beforehand. You know, iron your shirt. You know, if you're too lazy to iron the shirt, you know, Instagram actually, iron the shirt. You know, if you don't like to iron it because you're lazy, get a steamer. That's like the easiest way to have your shirts ready to go.
Yep.
You know what? You just reminded me. I got to get a steamer. I got to buy a steamer. I didn't buy a steamer. You know,
$20. You go online and buy a steamer.
Guys, buy a steamer. Men, if you're gonna follow this podcast, buy a steamer.
Well, you should learn how to iron though, dude. Ironing is just the best. You just
takes too much time.
Nice and crisp.
It takes too much time.
Yeah, it does and it doesn't. If you got got a good ironing board, the fuck are we talking about right now?
I don't know.
We're talking about keys to success, people. Okay,
Keys to success.
If you're a young man, be presentable. Know how to do this shit.
That's it.
No one's coming to save you.
Nope, not this guy. Nope, not this guy. Mr. Dapper, guys. Mr. Dapper. It's all about being dapper. With that being said, Nicky Neighborhoods. I mean, you came in pretty. I mean, from work, you came right to the studios, got to work. I would say this: how is the work? Is work, right? Work is work. You kind of do you leave work like once you leave the office, you kind of like you just leave it. You just leave it there, right? Like work doesn't come home to you, right? You don't take a work home with you, do you?
No.
Not this job doesn't have like you don't have to like do anything. Like once you do your thing, like it's
kind
over.
Of, I mean, kind of. I could,
kind of, right? Yeah.
If I wanted to be like, yeah, no, I do take it back, but like, it's more strategizing. It's more of like on Sunday afternoon, I'm looking at my Monday, going, okay, this is what I'm going to have to do, and I got to be prepared for this. But it's never
over.
It's never over. No, it's never over. But it's also like I'm also not fielding calls on Saturdays.
Well, you don't. Oh, well, it was kind of a stupid question because no guy who orders fucking olive oil through Amazon like if I'm working at Stop and Shop, like I'm not ordering olive oil through Amazon.
You could. You're making it sound a little more luxurious, and I think I've done some things like that in the past, which is why I think you're making this assumption. But no, you got to be about it. Like, listen. The first half of my career, my corporate career, I wanted to be a stand-up comedian, but I just couldn't go and do it. I couldn't get up on stage like so many people. Then I finally started doing it.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah.
And then I finally started doing it. And I finally was like...
I didn't notice.
Oh. You need to be in it. How you do something is how you do everything.
Yeah.
So going to your job being like, this job, fuck this. This doesn't matter. I'm going to be a fucking whatever I'm going to be, an entrepreneur, a fucking Instagram model or whatever. No, you're not. If you don't do the thing that's right in front of you the best way you can, you're not going to do the thing after 5 o'clock that you want to do.
Right.
You're gonna take that the first hurdle or obstacle that gets in your way, you're going to apply the same thought process.
Yeah. I think we talked about that. Yeah. I think recognizing your strengths for sure, but not only like realizing what your strengths are. I think it's being honest with yourself of how much do you think is this really what you want to do?
Yeah.
And then come into that, I guess, area of your life and being okay with saying, okay, I tried this. This is not something that is like making me gravitate towards it as natural as I want it to be. But there's other areas of this thing that I love to do. I can do that just as good. Mm-hmm. I think people have a hard time with, and maybe failure is not the right word in this context, but I think most people are afraid to realize that they are not good enough. Not even good enough.
They don't want to commit to something without knowing the end result.
Without knowing the end result.
Yeah.
And they can't see the finish line. So since they can't see the finish line, then it's hard for them to keep doing it.
Yeah.
Stand up is one of those things you have to already see yourself already making it.
Not even stand up though. Anything.
Oh yeah.
Anything that you're getting, any profession that you're getting, or even personal endeavor, if you're fucking 400 pounds and you want to lose weight, you have to picture yourself at your goal
at
weight.
200, whatever.
And that has to just be it.
Yeah.
And then everything that coincides with that is what you're doing.
The same way that I already see myself with Sade.
Exactly.
Just
like that.
I see myself with Sade. I see myself with Holly Berry.
Sure.
I see myself with them at some point.
That's it.
I don't care if you don't see it.
And that's it. And that's what you have to do.
5 years from now, when I'm that guy, I'm on the Lakers courtside, Holly Berry sit next to me, you guys are going to listen to this podcast and be like, he was right. And I'm going to also say, probably it's not going to happen. But who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. I think you kind of just walked back that whole...
I did, because then reality started kicking in. You're like, there's no way she's going to fucking give you a shot. You fucking oversized Troy Brown looking like...
Troy Brown!
Fucking, I look like fucking
David Patton.
I look like an over... all the 2003 wide receivers.
Yeah, Bethel Johnson.
Retired.
Yeah.
I got a retired football wide receiver body, like undersized wide receiver.
A slot receiver.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like 5'8", 5'9", but like guys who were like really just guys. Nick was saying some really strong points there. Just realizing okay, this is where I'm at. Okay, and also recognizing, hey, I may need some help to get to my point, to get to the next place. You feel me? All right. Nikki's getting a little tired, guys.
No.
So we're going to close this podcast out.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
There's real. I know. We've got
our little, and someday we'll have video. I promise. Someday we'll have a fucking video. Well, we got a little TV here that we have notes on. So
yeah.
I think we've hit all of our points, especially the women in yoga pants one was a big one.
Informative? No?
I would say so.
Cut to the Chase podcast, guys. ChaseAbel. I'm on Instagram. Comedian Chase Abel _comedian at TikTok. You guys can follow me there. www.chaseabel.com. I got some comedy dates. Next week I'm in Marshfield, Mass. I'm at the Steelwagon Beer Garden in Marshfield. I don't fucking know.
Bring backup. I might come with you on that one.
Yeah, it's down
Marshfield gets a little fucking weird.
And then I'm also 2 days later, I'm actually back down the Cape. Down in Dennisport, Mass. at the Red Nun.
Nice.
So I'm there. If you guys are down the Cape, go to my Instagram. That's where it will be posted. January 19th to the 21st. January. That's a big weekend. I like to think so. Comedy Connection. I'm hosting. I'm also hosting for Chris Red, who has been on Saturday Night Live, amongst other fucking great things. So I'm looking forward to that. So if you get out in the Providence, Rhode Island area, I'll be hosting all weekend at the Comedy Connection. Nicky Neighborhoods, what you got, player?
Nothing, Chase. A lot of olive oil and a lot of balsamic vinegar. At Nicky Neighborhoods, I'm reposting the Chase Abel clips. And someday we'll have video, and someday we'll have a Nicky Neighborhood show. Go check it out.
Guys, have a great week. Peace.